Hi, welcome back to this session of Paint This with Jerry Yarnell right here at the Yarnell School of Fine Art. And this is the final session for this beautiful, fun, and exciting painting called Triple Mischief of these three little baby raccoons just waiting for an opportunity to do some, funny things. And they're really funny. If you've ever had them around your house, or if you live out in the country or wherever, they're comical. They really are. It's been fun, like I mentioned, doing wildlife, people, anything like this that's very anatomically correct. Is pretty risky on TV, especially the way I do it, because I like to start from beginning to end and not leave too many stones unturned. But I think we're getting there. We're at the point now where you can make decisions about how much light you want, how much detail you want, how much color you want. All those things now are your choice. That's your what we call artistic license. We left off last week, if you remember, starting to put some of the highlights on and clean them up a little bit, shape them a little bit. I've done a little bit of work since then. We got the tails in place. Now we want to do a little background work. See, I'm starting to put a few little leaves, suggestions of leaves. We're going to do a little bit of that here in just a second. So I want you to be thinking about how far you want to go with things like how much brightness do you want on their faces. Well, I want to bring these whites up a little wider here. So we're going to start with that. And I want to take my number 2 little chisel edge synthetic brush. I'm going to go down to my white. I'm going to go right down here, and I want a clean spot. Now I'm going to put a little yellow in this time. You want to get this nice and creamy. Now the creaminess is very important because it makes it slide. So now when I kind of streak this, if you'll notice now, it leaves it it's brighter. A little bit of yellow in there, and you can streak it like that, and it makes it look a little bit crisper. See how that pops that right out? Boom, really looks good. So let's take the white and the yellow, kind of just put a little bit of, just a little more highlight here around his mask up here, probably around the ears a little bit, and even on the tails down here. So you can come in here like this. I'm just going to quickly show you things you can do. Not all of them do you have to do, obviously. It's your painting. You can stop at any degree of detail that you want. And I just want to bring the faces out because I want them to be a little bit more featured. I'm not so worried about the bodies as I am the faces. So that's why I want to get this part up a little bit. Just pull that over, kind of like a cascading waterfall there. Just pull that out. And you can take your finger and blur it a little bit. See, it gives it really dimension. Just a little highlight on his chin there. A little on this side. Now we do this little section there, and then a little over there. And see how that dramatizes the face and gives it just a little more character. Do a little bit on this one up here. And it contrasts nicely. It gets that background too. That's another thing that it's important. And we don't want to forget their whiskers. They have those really long whiskers that come out there. And let's just go ahead and do that because I know I'll forget. So let's just get your script brush and just take the white and the yellow. Get it real soupy. Now you guys know this drill after doing tree limbs. In fact, we might add a couple of little limbs and things here. But just take this and get it real soupy. I'm going to wipe that off. I got a little too much paint on there. Roll it to a point. Yeah, I think I need a little more. Okay, now let's go over here. I'll show you on this piece of reference material here. See how long they are? You'll have a tendency to think they're not very long, but they are. And that's what adds. So take your brush like this, right on the side, and you can skim out like this. Just kind of skim. Same thing on this side. See how good that looks against that dark background? There you go.